Ever wondered how the rich get richer while most of us struggle to make ends meet? It's a puzzling question, isn't it? This is the wealth paradox, a seemingly contradictory reality that's as fascinating as it is elusive. The rich seem to play by a different set of rules, using strategies that might seem counterintuitive to the rest of us. One such strategy is their unique relationship with debt. Yes, you heard it right, debt. While most of us view debt as a burden to be avoided or quickly paid off, the wealthy have a different perspective. They see debt as a tool, an opportunity, a stepping stone towards even greater wealth. This might sound like a risky game of financial juggling, but it's not. It's about understanding the system and making it work for you. It seems impossible, but let's unveil the top 10 strategies the wealthy use to make money from debt. Starting with strategy number 10, leveraging low interest rates. Now, this concept might appear a bit counterintuitive. Why would anyone choose to borrow money when they already have plenty? Well, the answer lies in the magic of low interest rates. The wealthy often borrow money at these low rates to invest in assets that offer higher returns. The difference between the interest rate and the return on investment? That's their profit. Imagine this: you borrow $1 million at a 2% interest rate. You then invest that million in an asset that gives you a return of 8%. The 6% difference is your gain, and you didn't even have to touch your own capital. In essence, the wealthy are leveraging the power of debt to increase their wealth further. They're maximizing their investment power while minimizing risk. It's like buying money on sale. Sounds smart, right? Moving on to strategy number 9, buying assets. This strategy is all about using borrowed money to acquire income-producing assets. Let's think of it like this: you're not just buying something, you're investing in something that will generate wealth over time. Take real estate, for instance. It's a tangible asset that can provide a steady stream of rental income, not to mention the potential for property value appreciation. Or consider stocks, which represent ownership in a company. As the company grows and profits, so does your investment. But here's the key: the wealthy don't just buy any assets. They focus on those that have the potential to generate income or appreciate over time. The goal is to have these assets not only pay back the borrowed money, but also to create additional wealth. And while this strategy requires careful research and risk management, the potential rewards can be substantial. Remember, assets put money in your pocket. Next up, strategy number 8, tax benefits. Now, you may be wondering, how can owing money possibly offer tax benefits? Well, the secret lies in the interest. When you borrow money to invest in income-producing assets, the interest you pay on that loan can often be written off against your taxable income. This effectively lowers your overall tax burden, and who doesn't love the sound of that? Think of it like this: it's as if you're getting a discount on your tax bill, courtesy of your debt. The more money you borrow, the more interest you pay, and the greater your potential tax write-off. But remember, this strategy isn't about reckless borrowing, it's about strategic investing. The goal is not just to accumulate debt, but to use that debt wisely to generate income. And in the process, you get to enjoy a nice little tax break. Who wouldn't want to pay less tax? Here's strategy number 7, debt recycling. Now, this might sound like an odd concept at first, but stay with me. Debt recycling is a financial strategy where the rich convert non-deductible debt into deductible debt. What does that mean, you ask? Well, non-deductible debt is personal debt, like a home mortgage. It's a liability that doesn't generate income and isn't tax deductible. On the other hand, deductible debt is tied to investments that generate income. The interest on this type of debt can be claimed as a tax deduction. Basically, the rich use the income from their investments to gradually pay off non-deductible debt while simultaneously taking on more deductible debt. This recycling process allows them to build wealth over time, while also reducing their tax liability. Pretty clever, right? It's like turning lemons into lemonade. They're taking something sour, like debt, and turning it into something sweet, like wealth. That's turning lemons into lemonade. Now, strategy number 6, good debt versus bad debt. In the realm of finance, debt is not inherently evil. It's a tool, a lever, that can lift you up or bring you down depending on how you wield it. The distinction lies in the types of debt you choose to accumulate: good debt and bad debt. Bad debt, as the name suggests, is the villain of our story. It's the high-interest credit card debt, the payday loans, the liabilities that depreciate over time. They drain your resources and provide no return on investment. In contrast, good debt is the hero. It's the low-interest mortgage on a rental property, the student loan for your master's degree, the business loan for your startup. These are investments that over time are expected to generate income or increase in value. They are tools to build wealth. The rich understand this distinction well. They focus on accumulating good debt, using it as a stepping stone towards financial prosperity. Remember, not all debts are created equal. Are coming to strategy number 5, using other people's money. Now this might sound a bit cheeky, but it's a legitimate and commonly used financial strategy. The rich often utilize other people's money, abbreviated as OPM, to finance their investments. This could be in the form of bank loans, investor funds, or even crowdsourced financing. The beauty of this strategy is that it allows them to make large-scale investments without tying up their own capital. It also reduces their personal financial risk. If the investment doesn't pan out, it's not their personal fortune taking the hit. Moreover, using OPM also provides the opportunity to generate profits, not only for themselves, but also for the people whose money they're using. Think about it. If you invest in a successful venture using a bank loan, the bank gets its interest and you get your profits. It's a win-win situation. Strategy number 4, inflation beating. Imagine you've just borrowed $1 million. Now, don't let that number scare you. Here's the catch. You've got to pay it back in 10 years. Sounds daunting, right? What if I told you that in 10 years, that $1 million will be worth less than it is today? That's right. Thanks to inflation, the value of money decreases over time. So how does this work in your favor? Well, you're essentially paying back your debt with cheaper dollars in the future. The rich understand this. They leverage inflation to their advantage, borrowing money today to invest in assets that appreciate over time. By the time they repay the debt, the money is worth less, but their assets have grown in value. In essence, they've beaten inflation, turning the concept of debt on its head. That's playing the long game. Almost there. Strategy number 3, building credit. So why do people with money still use credit? Well, it's a crafty way to build and maintain a good credit score. This is a vital part of the financial puzzle, one that's often misunderstood. You see, having a good credit score isn't just about showing you can pay your bills on time, it's about demonstrating your ability to manage debt responsibly. The rich understand this. They use debt strategically, paying off balances in full and on time, keeping their credit utilization low, and avoiding unnecessary hard inquiries. This approach doesn't just keep their credit score healthy, it makes them attractive to lenders, opening the door to more credit when needed. It's a cycle that benefits them greatly. The better their credit score, the more credit they can acquire, the more assets they can leverage. Remember, your credit score is your financial reputation. And now, strategy number 2, cash flow management. The wealthy have a complex relationship with debt, but one thing they understand is how to use it as a tool for effective cash flow management. Instead of tying up their capital in fixed assets, they leverage debt to free up their cash. This gives them the liquidity to pounce on lucrative opportunities as they arise. Imagine having a reservoir of ready cash to invest in a promising startup, buy undervalued stock, or even purchase a prime piece of real estate. That's the power of cash flow management. By using debt strategically, the rich ensure they always have the financial flexibility to make the most of their money. It's like a game of chess, where cash is the queen, the most powerful piece on the board. And in this game, the rich are always thinking several moves ahead. Remember, in the world of finance, it's not just about how much money you have, but how effectively you can use it. Cash is king, after all. Cash is king after, finally, the top strategy. Number 1, financial leverage. In the world of finance, leverage is a powerful tool that allows you to control more with less. It's like using a lever to lift a heavy object. With financial leverage, you're using borrowed money to amplify your potential return on investment. Imagine you want to buy a property of $100,000, but you only have $10,000. Instead of waiting until you save enough, you can use financial leverage. You borrow the remaining $90,000, buy the property, and if its value increases, the profit is all yours. However, financial leverage is a double-edged sword. If the investment goes south, you could end up owing more than your initial investment. That's why it's crucial to use leverage wisely. That's how the rich get richer. They use financial leverage to control more assets and generate wealth. Now, don't you want to be one of them? Thanks for watching. Subscribe now to watch more content like this. See you in the next video.